Hi, this is Alan, and I'm going to show you how to make yoga mat straps. We're going to be using this tool here, which I call a knitting spool. It has as many names as I can remember and then some, but it comes from the tool called a lucet, which is a two-pronged fork that has a hole in the middle. And it performs the same function, and it's actually used in an identical way. Basically, yarn itself as a strand, while it seems strong, is pretty weak, especially if you're going to use it for bags or heavy things, or using it to tie up like belts or anything. But by making I-cord, which is what comes out of this tool, it's incredibly stronger. So I'm going to show you how to use this now. And you start by threading the yarn through. And even though it's knitting, I'm actually using a crochet hook just because I lost the little tool that came with this. But you can use a short knitting needle or a crochet hook, cable needles. Didn't quite get through. There we go. Okay. So that might be the hardest part of the whole process, depending on how wide your hole is. And the width of this hole is going to determine the width of your yarn. If it's a small hole like this one, the sock yarn is about as thick as you can go, but they sell them at craft stores with holes that are pretty good for really thick yarn for making really dense cord. But once you've got it through, you're going to hold with your pinky just to get it started, and you're going to make small clockwise circles around the pins while going counterclockwise around the spool. So it sounds complicated, but once you do it, it gets pretty simple. So you're going to go clockwise around and then counterclockwise over the whole thing. Okay, so once you've got it on all the pins, the one you have might have more than 4. It's just going to be a wider ring. But you're going to bring the yarn in front of the first pin and underneath the stitch that's there. Then you're going to bring your hook or needle under both of them. Pick up the first stitch and then pull it over the pin. And mine slipped. Okay, just like that. So you're going to continue doing that, going under both, picking up the top one and moving it over. Under both, pick up the top, and over. And then every now and then you can just pull on the bottom strand and it'll tighten everything up, kind of make it easier to continue when they get bunched up at the top. So this one I had going for a little while, and to show you what happens as you're knitting, this is going to start to come out. And it's basically a stockinette stitch. And it would be the same thing if you had taken 4 stitches, 4 double-pointed needles, and just knit in the round repeatedly. This just kind of saves a lot of time and pointy objects. So I'm going to show you how to cast off now. But at any point, if you wanted to knit this into a work that you were doing or some other pattern, you could just pick it up on knitting needles and just put it right in. But to cast off, so we're going to take a stitch and then bring it off that needle and then onto the next. Then we're going to bring the bottom one over it. And then pick it up again. Move it over. And keep doing that until you've only got 1 stitch left, which I am about to have. And then take it off. And then cut your yarn. And just go ahead and thread it through that stitch. And that is an I-cord. So this is way stronger and can be used for yoga mats, backpacks, belts, purses, pretty much anything you'd need rope for. So thank you for watching. I'm Alan, and this was how to make yoga mat straps.